Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. Thank you, my friends, for joining me for this special edition of a Friday video from the Book Refuge. You will hopefully be lucky and be getting a video Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which I'm finally feeling well enough to film. I don't know how long the videos I film will be because I'm going to try to take it easy on myself, but I am going stir crazy, y'all. So I put on some makeup this morning. My hair is definitely in need of a good scrubbing, so we have the dry shampoo doing the heavy lifting, but I just needed to feel beautiful today and not like a blob on my couch. If you missed it, the reason why there haven't been videos this week is that my back went out last Friday, and though this time around I did not want to suffer through 2 weeks of pain, so I did go see a chiropractor, and that is helping. I'm still extremely sore, and I haven't been able to do my normal things, but I have still been reading. I have still been getting through some things, but it's been slow going. And so it feels so good to be in front of my camera. Like, you guys don't know, when you have slight bits of narcissism like me and you have a channel that you've had for 8 years, being able to talk to yourself is very important. I mean, people are lying if they're not at least okay with looking at their face at this point. If you've been doing it so long, it doesn't mean you have to love yourself, right? I don't fully mean I'm a narcissist by any means, but you do get used to looking at yourself and editing yourself and things like that. Anyway, I'm on pain medication, so don't mind the spiral that I go on, but damn, I look good today. After looking like a slob for the last few days, I sure am feeling good, everybody. So we are here for my March TBR, and March is always so much fun. I have a few other announcements to go into that. I'll be participating in Realmathon, which the kickoff is on Saturday. If you're seeing this on Friday, it will be the next day. I thought I was going to be out of town, but because of my back, I am most likely going to be in town, so I will probably try to hit up those reading sprints being done on Cass's channel. But also, March is my birthday month. Yes, I'm going to be 32. March 18th is my birthday month, or birthday, and something that I'm bringing back this year. I mean, I think I still did a birthday giveaway last year, but when I turned 30, I did a whole month of giveaways, and I want to do that again. I also loved in December, I did 8 different giveaways where there was so many things that were offered there. There was gift cards, there was lots of books that I had saved up, and I still have a ton of that. And in fact, one of the books I'm going to get to, I think you guys will be very excited about. And so I'm going to do what I did last time. These giveaways will be posted on my Patreon, though you do not have to be a member of it. Patreon's just the easiest to show it because, you know, I'm not having to bombard every social media with it, though of course I will remind people on my Instagram and everything. So you don't have to be a member, you don't have to pay a thing. It will be absolutely free to enter. But while you're there, maybe you'll look around, maybe you'll think about it, maybe you'll want to support little old me there, right? This could be fun. So I'm thinking there'll be about 5 giveaways this time, and there will be stuff from my Etsy shop, which will actually be closing soon this year. So that will be a chance to win some things from that. I have some ARCs that are both unread and read that I want to re-gift ethically to someone. There may even be another annotated favorite of Jen's that gets given away. So make sure you are at least following my Patreon. Again, you can follow it as a public profile, or you can join as a free member, whichever you want to do. And when those giveaways start, there will be instructions for how to join. And again, you don't have to pay anything, but the link to my Patreon is always down below. If you would like to send me something or gift me something, which, you know, of course, I'm never going to turn away. I love getting gifts from you guys. I mean, who doesn't? So let's not pretend that's not exciting. But I have received some absolutely special gifts over the years. One of my gifts that I got last year was actually my adorable little play button sign. I got it around my birthday last year, and I love it so much, and I love doing that. Now, I don't have a public PO box anymore because it just is very expensive to have a PO box, and honestly, you get more kind of junk PR than you do kind of the meaningful things, though again, I've gotten some very meaningful things through that. So there are 2 options you can use. Of course, my gifting list is always down below. I just there are some people that pretty regularly send a surprise to me now and then, and I love that. Or if you have something handmade, if you made something and want to send it to me, you can reach out to me on my Instagram or my email. That is always in my, I believe I have it in my link tree, because if you put your email just in down below, like, things can get weird. But if you want to contact me there to find out, you absolutely can. So anyway, getting that out of the way, talking about me, let's move on to some other things. But again, keep an eye out for those giveaways. I will announce those on my Instagram, Patreon, and my YouTube community, so make sure you are following me. And one of the things I forgot to mention, I forget to do this, but there was recently a poll that I put up on my Instagram, as well as the demographics that or like my stats that YouTube gives me, shows me that about 25% of you watch this on your TV, which I love. I watch 90% of YouTube on my TV as well, just because I don't really subscribe to any streaming services. So if you're watching me on your TV right now, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel just by clicking down on your remote. You'll see my little like logo, and then you'll see the up and down button. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up. You can do that even on your computer, or I mean on your TV, without having to open up your computer, and you can subscribe to my channel right there as well, just to show me that you care. That would be wonderful. So Realmathon is happening, okay? Now, I did a whole video kind of announcing Realmathon and talking about what I was going to be doing for that. And if I remember to, I'll also link Cass's video again. It's not too late to join up. I know it is starting on Saturday, but it's not too late. This Realmathon, you can pretty much be reading anything, because Cass has created these absolutely vast array of prompts that really will work, whether you like to read romance, whether you read fantasy, whether you like to read nonfiction. There are options. Now, here is my beautiful flat lay that I've made. I am not going to go over all the prompts or anything again, but I am a team co-host for Team Monarch. This is my little team symbol here. It's so pretty. This is our map of Carrion City. That is what this one's called. And then there are prompts both for defending your realm and for attacking other realms. And then this will be, we're going to go over my TBR obviously, but then I will be tracking things here. See my little butterflies, they're so cute. And I'm so excited to do that. There's going to be reading sprints happening all month, and it's going to be great. Now, for me, I am going to have to do this readathon not quite the way maybe everyone else will, because I do have a pretty large TBR that is like kind of compulsory for what I do, since this is my full-time job, right? So I have Patreon books that I have to read. I have arcs that I'm committed to reading, and then there will be a little bit of wiggle room to read what I want to read. But for the most part, I'm pretty locked in. So the way that I'm planning to do this, and I wanted to share it with my fellow monarchs, both me and my partner, we're chatting about this a little bit, that we're going to basically be reading what our TBRs are, and then each book to book, because you can either defend or attack with each book, you can only do one, like you can't mix prompts. Whichever like side mine fits the most, you know, like let's say 4 prompts for that book are under the attack, then I will just pick a other team to attack, and maybe I'll roll the dice to do that. Maybe we'll see who's beating us at that point, whatever. But if there's, let's say, 5 prompts that I can hit by defending, then I'll do defending. And that's just how I'm going to do it book by book, because where some people will be able to pick their books based on the prompts, I kind of need to do it the other way. So if you're someone who also has a TBR that you like have to get to, that's just kind of what we're thinking, at least, again, like me and my partner, what we're thinking now. Will that change once we get into it? And if I start to notice that there's certain books that will do better than others, I definitely will do that. But for now, as we go through this big TBR, like these are the books that I like. A good percentage of them are the ones I have to read, but I'm already pretty excited because they're going to hit a lot of the prompts. Like there's prompts in here, as I said, that will work for any subgenre, because they say things like, let me show you. I'll say just a couple because they're fun. There's ones that are like, read one with your favorite trope, easy. read a book with an even number in the title, so like an even number of letters in the title. Read one that has a title within the title, you know, it's like, let's say there's a book called like Mr. President, or one that's called like Queen Victoria, blah, blah, blah. So that would be a book that has that, you know, and that can also be fictional, where it's like the King of Shadows and blah, 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 you know, like those type of things. So that works for both nonfiction and fiction. And then like, what's another one? Like Go Undercover. This is a cool attacking one. It's one where on the cover of the book, the title of the author is above the title of the book. So you're actually supposed to say the title is under the author's name, right? Like that can be any type of book, you know? Do I have one of the books in the title is under the author's name? Yeah, like here's one, right? Like McGreeve is under that, right? So this would work for that. So anyway, those are just a few examples of it. Again, 4 Paws in a Book and me are the head of the Monarchs. And then there are the 3 other teams you can join and be a part of if you fit. We're actually the underdogs going into this one, which I'm pretty excited about, because the last couple of readathons I've been on like the biggest team. And it is kind of hard to win when you're on the biggest team. You'd think it would be, but because we do point averages to help make it more fair, a smaller team isn't necessarily down and out. So okay, now let's get into what my TBR actually is after dancing all around that. But I hope you'll want to do Realmathon with us. The next readathon that Jen, will be like setting up will be Mafia Romance Readathon, and that's not till May. So keep that in mind. Okay, let us go through my TBR. So right at the top, we have the books that I, have to get to. And those, of course, are my Patreon reads. So for my Patreon, the book that got chosen for March for me to read and annotate just for my patrons is called Hellcat by K.F. Hassall. And our theme for the month was female assassin. So I've never heard of Hellcat, but that came up as a female assassin book, and that is the one that everyone voted for. So I'm very intrigued about that one. Never heard of this author, never heard of this book, but that is the fun of my Patreon a lot of times, is ones that I would never have found without the help of my patrons. Okay, then the books that I need to reread to annotate are, I'll be rereading By the Letter, which I'm already excited about. This was a 6-star read from February, and 2 of my patrons want me to annotate that one for them. There will be King by S.J. Tilley, and I have some fun stuff coming out about King because I actually received some goodies from a company that does some like author-themed things, and when I told them that I was rereading King this month, S.J. Tilley actually offered to send some things over. So, maybe one of the giveaways I'm going to do will have something to do with this. So keep that in mind there. I'm excited to reread that. That was such a fun book. I will need to also reread, as I had showed, McGreeve. So all the other ones for patrons, they're ones I've already read, so I won't have to reread. There's Lothair, God of Fury, Cage of Ice and Echoes, and Heart of Frost and Scars. Already read those ones. Will be good. Okay, now going into the upcoming releases. So let's go through those. These are books that are coming out in March, and I either have an arc of them or I want to get to them, okay? And as I go through them, I'll tell you which ones I'm certain to read and which ones are just if I can get to them. So first up, I have actually already finished this book, but it comes out March 4th, and of course I had to share it with you guys. I was so lucky, I will stand by this. I was so blessed to receive both a physical ARC and an ALC of Wildside. So on Sunday, when I do my weekly wrap-ups, I will give you just a little bit of a tease of how I felt about this, but I have already read this one. So, of course, I can't count it for the readathon or anything, but I still wanted to share with you and remind you. This is book 3 in the Rose Hill series, and just a few things. This one has a professional wrestler in it, and it has a child who is now an orphan and needs people to take care of him. And it involves Tabitha, who is the aunt of this little boy, and Reese Dupree, who is the neighbor and actually the person assigned to be the guardian of this little boy. And it's how him and Tabitha are going to take care of this little boy. And I thought it was really beautiful. But we'll talk more about that in my weekly wrap-up. That is coming out. There will be From Nowhere by Julianne. I didn't sign up for an ARC of this one, but I did think I signed up for an ALC, so I'm going to try it. I haven't heard if I'm getting it, and this one comes out pretty soon, so I don't know. Yes, maybe, not sure. We'll see. This is the second one in a duet that was about kind of like first responders. The first one was about a fire jumper. And I won't go into all the details about that one. We need to keep this video going. But this is another one that's connected with that world. And I really enjoyed the first one. Like, wow, the fire jumping job is just mad respect for the people who do that. That's like firefighters on steroids. And there's planes involved. And it's a whole thing. Shadow's Heart by Cressley Cole. So maybe you've caught it if you're watching. But I have 3 different Cressley Coles that I need to go through this month. And I'm probably going to read Shadow's Heart as soon as it gets in my hands is what I think I'll do. But since I do need to reread McGreeve, I don't know, maybe I'll reread McGreeve before, because I don't think I'm getting an arc of Shadow's Heart. There, from what Naomi said, there actually isn't going to be time to do arcs. So maybe I won't mind. I don't know. Death Valley by Karina Halley. This was sold as like a Walking Dead meets, what'd she say? Is it like The Last of Us meets Walking Dead? I don't know what they said, but, or no, it's like Cowboy. It's Yellowstone meets Walking Dead. That's what it is. So that's why I was excited. 2 properties that I absolutely love. And Karina Halley, man, I mean, she has been telling some crazy stories. So I want to read this one so bad. This one did get pushed. This one was in February and it got pushed a month. So it showed up on a few. Merit by Devney Perry. This is another one that there were no arcs available this time. It is book 4 in a series, so maybe she just didn't have time to do them. I don't know. But I'm okay with it because I want to listen to the audiobook of this. I've listened to the audios for the whole series, so I will grab the audiobook when it releases the day of. It's fine if I don't have an early copy. I'm pretty busy as it is. If You Give a CEO a Chance by Ann Einerson. This will actually round out her, it's not Citrus Cove. That's a different series on my list. But yeah, this one is, I actually have, what's the series called? I keep forgetting what the series is called. But anyway, does she have the list? No, she doesn't have the list. But anyway, this will be the last one in this series, she said. And then she actually has a cowboy romance coming, I think, in May this year, which I can't wait to see how that one goes. For Wrath and Redemption by Britt Benson. This will be the next book in the Hometown Heartless. I will be getting an ALC of this one, Rockstar Romance. Beautiful Exile by Catherine Cowles. I just got word I'll be getting an ALC of this one. This will be book 4 in the Sparrow Cove series. Sparrow Falls, sorry. Lots of small town titles. But Sparrow Falls, I'll be getting an ALC of this one. I can't remember which couple this one is supposed to be because I didn't bring my notes for all this over. But I have really enjoyed this series from her, and I've been lucky enough to get arcs or ALCs for all the books. So looking forward to that. Hidden Roots by Cleo Evans. This is the Citrus Cove one. Okay, this is book 3 in Citrus Cove. I think it's supposed to round it up. This one is an MF romance, but I saw some of the spicy art that Cleo Evans was showing, and this one will have pegging in it. I don't know if it's like a dom sub, like female dom, or not, but there's going to be pegging in it, so I don't really care. It doesn't have to be a submissive man to let a woman hit his prostate, so we'll see. Kiss the Villain by Rena Kent. Oh my gosh. If the Bloom gods, who are so good to me, send me an early copy of this, I may faint dead away. I don't know. I don't know. But I wants it. I wants it real bad. But either way, I don't know that they will do arcs for those because she's already so big. I don't think they need to. And they might not want to risk secrets spilling out. But we'll see. Either way, I will read that the day it comes out. This will be Gareth, and this is the spin-off from Legacy of the Gods, but yet, like, it kind of fits in with it, and it is a law student and professor, and it's another MM, and I'm like, give it to me. Put it in my veins. The Girlfriend Zone by Lauren Blakely. This will be book 4 in her Love and Hockey series, and I will be getting an ALC of this one. love this series. The whole way through has been so much fun. Truly, it's made me fall in love with Lauren Blakely again. I think this series has just been so well done. It's so heartwarming, and I love seeing it. A Desert of Bleeding Sand by Lucia Damsia. Now, this one is a Black author. I think it's a Black love fantasy. I think so. At least I know the heroine is Black. I'll have to look at the fan art. I remember seeing it, but I don't. But this is actually being published by Stacey Reed's publishing company that is uplifting Black and diverse voices. And this was first announced quite a while back, and it looks so good. I can't remember if I have an arc of that one. I honestly don't know, because if I got it, it was sent a while ago. But I know she said they'll be sending out a finished copy of that one, which I would love to get my hand. Like, truly, I'm very excited to see what this book is about. It looks so beautiful, and I was really touched that Stacey reached out to me and asked if I was interested. So can't wait to see it. The Mountain Boss by S.J. Tilley. I signed up for an ALC of this one. But either way, I want to try to read it because I am excited for whatever series she's going to do next. S.J. Tilley writes some absolutely off-the-wall bonkers stories, okay? They are not the most logical nor the most sane, but I'm okay with that. And she said the title pretty much tells it what it is, and the cover is a lumberjack boss on a mountain, obsessive hero. Say less. I'm in. Let's go. Dark Horse by Maggie Rodden. I don't know if I'll be getting an arc of this one. I want to, but this will be the next book that comes after Bull Rush. And it's about, I believe, one of Ramsey's brothers who's pretty morally gray. Again, will read no matter what. Looks fantastic. And then Undeniable Enemies by Jay Shaman. This will be the 5th book in this Boston Billionaire series. Another doctor romance. And I can't wait to give it a go. Just so excited about it. I've loved this whole series as well, and I'm sure I will get an ALC of that one as well. So now let's go into a couple other books that will be new releases, and or like they'll be coming in like the beginning of the next month, but I'm going to read them in March. So first up, I should have mentioned this one more near the front. So I received an ALC of The Secrets of Jane, book 1. And I have an arc of The Secrets of Jane, book 2, which is Reborn. And so I received this beautiful special edition copy from the Nerd Fam. And inside it, it had both the physical copy of this book and a code for the ALC, which I have just barely started it because I finished up Wildside the other day and I wanted to get started on it because this book is already out. You can go and read it right now, and the ALC will be coming. I think that is like out, or it will be coming, the audiobook. And book 2 in this series is coming out on March 3rd. So I have book 1 on my TBR, but if I really like it, because this is a duet, so there's a cliffhanger in this one, I will go into my arc of that book 2 if all goes well with this one, if I really like it. But I hope I do, because they sent over this beautiful copy of this book. And this is a like pirate romance. And it looks fantastic. So yes, I have the audiobook and I can't wait to see how it goes. So yeah, this is a pirate and a woman here. And it says this one is a dual POV duology, and the series finishes in the next installment. So this book ends on a cliffhanger. It's a very exciting one that many have loved. No cheating, no last minute deaths. It's meant to wrap up the book on an exciting note, and then there'll be another one here. So to all the readers who want an MMC that will absolutely burn the world down for her, this story is for you. Look, we have a pretty map in here. So yeah, I can't wait to give this one a go. And well, I'm going to show this in my book haul, but I'll show it to you too. So they sent us that pretty book, and they also sent along a sweater, which is amazing, that has the design on the front. And I absolutely can't wait to wear this. I need to wash it first, right? You know, you got to wash it when you get it. But I hope I love this book because this is such a badass thing. So anyway, The Secrets of Jane is on my TBR for sure. Okay, then I'm going to read Firebird by Juliet Cross. And as I mentioned at the beginning, there will be some giveaways happening in March. And I will just tell you now, one of the reasons why you want to be following my Patreon, because they will get first like dibs to enter this, is that I also received a copy of this from the publisher. So I have 2 copies of Firebird, and I don't know how I got so lucky, truly. Well, I'll tell you how I got so lucky, because Juliet's amazing, but I had actually asked the publisher for a copy first. I wrote all the way back as soon as I saw ARCs starting to show up, and I saw them showing up on the resale market, and I was like, Bramble, Juliet Cross is my girl. Give me an ARC of this, right? Because I'm sorry, I've been pumping up Juliet for 4 years, all right? I wanted one of these. So I requested from the publisher, because Juliet, of course, got a stack of ARCs, but I didn't want her to need to give me one of hers when, like, I'm a PR, like, I get PR stuff. I wanted them to cough it up. I didn't want to get one from Juliet. But Juliet is the sweetest person ever, and she sent me one. So I had lost all hope of getting one from Bramble. Like, I was like, I'm not getting an ARC from Bramble. It's not happening. And then this just showed up. So I have an ARC that Juliet sent me, and I have this one. I don't need both of these. So it's the perfect time for my birthday month, I will be doing an ARC giveaway of Firebird, and I will do my very, very best to get it sent out near the beginning of the month. The rest of the giveaways, I will send them out at like the end of the month, but I will get this giveaway out so that you who win it will have a chance to read it before it comes out on April 8th. But either way, I'm going to read this in March. This will be perfect for Realmathon as well, because it hits a lot of prompts. But this is her dark Roman story, dragon, and there's all these different types of dragons in here, and this is going to be a dark romance. It says on the back here, it says this is a 4 out of 5 on the heat rating. It says this is a conqueror captivated, a witch prophesied to save them all, a world where dragons rule Rome as flying death riders conquer and burn. The love between a powerful general and a red dragon and his fierce witch will scorch the earth. I have pre-ordered 3 different versions of this book as well. I have pre-ordered one from Blackwell's, from Waterstones, and from Barnes & Noble. So Firebird's going to be all up in here in April, but I will be reading that in March because I want to get a review out of it ahead of time. Okay, another one. I have 2 ALCs of books that the books are already out, but the audiobooks aren't. So I have Deal with the Devil by Deborah Garland. This is a part of her Astoria Royals. It's been a while since one of these audiobooks have come out, but these are really, really good. I enjoyed reading those earlier. And then there's also Reckless Obsession by Deborah Garland. So I'll be getting ALCs for those 2 books during the month of March. Then another recent release is Cherry Auction by Stacia Black. And I have an ALC of this from Must Love Audio, but I had already signed up for the ALC. This is a dark BDSM. I think it's got Captive going on as well. And Stacia Black actually emailed me and asked if I was interested in this special edition hardcover. And I was like, hey, sure. I already signed up for an ALC. I would love to have a physical copy too. So she sent this over. And so I will be reading this in March because I have the ALC to review as well. So this one is going to be pretty dark and twisty. There's also some page overlays in it already, and the art is by the author. So that's super cool. So anyway, Cherry Auction. Then I will be getting an ALC of Duke of Pride by Mariah Stone. Now this book has just come out. The historical has just come out, but I've listened to audiobooks for her whole series, so I'm waiting for the ALC. This will be the 3rd book in the 7 Dukes of Sin, which the books have just been so-so, but they're also still fun. So, and it's going to be narrated by Justine Eyre and Shane East again. I believe that's who the narrators announced were. So I'll be listening to that one. And then the final book that I have on my TBR is actually a buddy read I'll be doing with my friend Jo, who she has been on a hiatus from YouTube because her life's been pretty crazy, but we still wanted to read a book together. So this was a recent release that I didn't get to it early, and she wanted to try it. So I was like, hey, let's read it together. So we're going to buddy read Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young, which I'm very excited. I believe this is like a marriage in trouble type of thing. And we're actually going to each annotate a book and then send it to each other. So we're going to buddy read it and annotate it and send it back and forth. So I have my copy of that book as well. So there we go. That is everything that I am hoping to read in March. I'm hoping that I have time to fit in some other things as well. I'm very much looking forward to doing Realmathon. I hope you will give it a try with me as well. So yeah, please check out some of the info about that if you're interested. Again, make sure you're following my Patreon. Be there for some of those giveaways. If you want to send me something for my birthday, I have a link down below for that. And thank you so much for your support and for your patience. But again, my algorithm is going to be whacked AF because I didn't put up videos this week. So if you watch this and you think there's someone who might be interested in it, please send this video their way. Please like this video, comment down below, send me something springy, because spring is a-coming. Thank goodness. The snow is almost all melted here. It's fantastic. Send me something springy to get me in the mood, okay? So thank you so much for watching, friends. You guys are the absolute best, and we'll see you next time. Bye.